say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
That was our national anthem performed by the talented Skylar Cole. And with that, we'll be right back in just a moment. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. At the guard spots, we'll see Westbrook and Murray. And it's Watson in at the 3, the small forward. And for Minnesota, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point. And Clark, in this early phase of the season, our new teammates still, getting used to each other.
Yeah, I would think that's the case in most situations, Kevin, and that's the flip side of having a long regular season. Physically, it's challenging, no doubt about it. But over the long haul, you do have an opportunity to come together and gel as a group.
Watson for 3. Minnesota with the rebound. And here's Edwards. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
And the first one at the line is good. And, Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
He hits both from the stripe. And though the Nuggets have some excellent outside shooters, Clark, they've been more prolific inside the arc the last couple years.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, they were an extreme example of that, Kevin. First in the league in two-point attempts, and then dead last, almost dead last, in three-point attempts. Not what most people would think when looking at the Nuggets.
And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. Lays it up and banks it in.
Conley, so crafty with that left hand of his. The veteran knows his way around the hoop.
Edwards against Murray. Jokic with his screen on Edwards. And it's Jokic missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Over in the corner, Edwards. And it's off from three-point range. For Denver, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Jokic kicks to Westbrook. Here's Watson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Clark, in terms of young superstars, it doesn't get much better than Anthony Edwards.
Amen to that, partner. Every franchise wants a franchise player. Minnesota, I think, hit the jackpot drafting Edwards first overall back in 2021. Last year, we saw Ant-Man take it to another level, making his first of what I think will be many All-NBA teams.
And he makes the first. Clark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Here is Watson. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Watson kicks to Gordon. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist.
There they go. Finally able to drop one in on their fourth try.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Conley, the pass to Edwards. Hits the three-point bomb. Edwards got 7 points in the game.
Didn't take Edwards long to get those 3 points back. Right back at you.
Murray outside. Pass to Watson. And here's Jokic. Over Gobert. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 7. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Now the obvious concern is Nikola Jokic, particularly as a playmaker. Coach told me if Jokic goes off for 40 himself, we can still win if we hold his teammates down. But that's tough when he's hitting those guys in their favorite spots. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Minnesota making a switch here. Reed's checked in. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
I guess time will tell if they can repeat that level of success from a year ago when they were one of the best long-distance shooting teams in the league.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Westbrook passes to Gordon. Back to Westbrook. Watson the screen. 6 to shoot. Stolen by McDaniels. Randall left side. Back to Reed. Second chance shot. Denver grabs the miss. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Conley surveying the D. That shot off. Good D by Westbrook. Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against the Mavericks. Murray, no good. Timberwolves leading by 3. Here's McDaniels. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Murray against Reed. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 6.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
To the left wing. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's Randall. Gordon with the defensive effort. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And Gordon's eyebrows go up when he sees an opportunity to drop the hammer. This guy is a phenomenal athlete who throws it down with some major force.
Now Now here's Edwards. 10 points for him. Randall against Gordon. Randall with the bucket.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Here's Westbrook. Still yet to score. Now here's Watson. McDaniels defending. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
First one falls for him. There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Now, Jokic, after Joe Ingles missing on that last three-pointer.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Edwards inside. He's covered by Murray. And the basket by Edwards.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
They set the pick. Here's Watson. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Count that one.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Pass to Watson. Gordon with a screen on Ingles. When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
Free throw drops for Watson. For the Nuggets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jokic. Porter comes in for Gordon. And Christian Brown subbed in for Russell Westbrook. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
It's Edwards on the wing. He's got 14.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Ingles kicks to DiVincenzo. Miller outside. Miller sets a screen for Edwards. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Edwards got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
Both efficient and prolific. He's already hit 6 buckets out of his 8 attempts.
To the paint, here's Porter. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
Or, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multidimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, "My potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say with what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by." Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Anthony Edwards is a classic two-guard, Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Gobert's checked in. And Edwards drops them both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Pass to Brown. Connects from three-point range. And the Nuggets lead by 1. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
And the basket by Edwards. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Pickett, defended by DiVincenzo. Jokic passes to Brown. Gobert with the block.
No surprise Gobert sent that shot back.
Edwards looking it over. Here's the three. Good for the basket, number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Strother. Another 3 for Denver.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
The 3 for DiVincenzo. No good that time. Here's Pickett. Here's Strother. And the baseline jumper, no good. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. They kept going to him again and again. And he delivered with a monster quarter. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
The defense has been giving them plenty of mid-range jumpers, and they've been making them pay for that mistake.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
They shot the lights out from deep, really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Underneath in the post, it'll be Porter and Jokic. And it's Brown in at the 2. Here's Brown. All alone. Gobert pulls it in. Now McDaniels. Inside. Here's Randall. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Absorbing contact really well. Randall will get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the Nuggets making a change here. Pickett's checked in. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Pass to Brown. Off target from outside.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field.
And there's DiVincenzo with the quick trigger. Cannot give him any room defensively. You've got to eliminate his airspace.
And that one's good by Porter.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Randall right side. Goes back up. And it's finished off inside by Gobert. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Double-digit boards, a regular occurrence for Gobert. Makes it easier to get those second-chance hoops, too.
Pass to Jokic. Here is Porter from downtown. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's DiVincenzo. Here's Randall. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
McDaniels is perhaps the best wing defender in the league, guys. Showing us why right there.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Mars is checked in, and it's Joe Ingles in for McDaniels. Denver making a switch here. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Pass to Brown. Jokic with it. Things getting physical, but Jokic hammers it out and wins.
There's just no stopping Jokic on the inside.
That's a 2 from Randall. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more. The Nuggets trail by 8. Pass to Jokic. Lob pass to Gordon.
And that's a sweet dime from Jokic. He's always had good vision, and it only seems to get better every year.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Clark, as you look at the career of Aaron Gordon, he has blossomed into an elite role player.
Yeah, and I love the fact that he's done that. He's embraced his role. He's embraced taking fewer shots and playing more defense and getting on the glass more and making hustle plays. Not everybody would do what Aaron has done. It's a credit to him that he's been able to, again, embrace, not just accept, but embrace the role that he serves for that championship team. Savvy, size, length, strength, touch. Jokic a low down on the blocks.
Ingles in the corner. Misses the three.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Westbrook. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Randall's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now here is Conley. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Dallas. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. 5th, the Timberwolves.
A big part of their defense really revolved around their ability to block shots at the rim. It's so valuable to have that kind of backline protection. Allows you to be aggressive on the perimeter.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Aiden Watson comes in for Porter, and Murray subbed in for Christian Brown. Another miss by Minnesota.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Murray finds Westbrook. To the inside. Here's Jokic. Oh, throw it down, Nikola Jokic.
Tonight it's been all Joker all the time. He's been pouring it on here.
Conley, the pass to Alexander Walker. On the wing, Ingles. He's covered by Watson. No problems knocking that one down. Ingles has got his first basket of the night. The Nuggets trail by 4. Westbrook passes to Watson. Back to Westbrook. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randall's got his 5th rebound in this one. Ingles with the ball. A 14-point game for him in the win against Dallas. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Inod's checked in. Pass to Randall. Over Gordon. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Inod pulls it in.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Porter's checked in for Nikola Jokic. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
3rd in assists, 4th in field goal percentage. And they also showed up defensively. Top 5 in terms of opponent field goal percentage. They really won a lot of games on that side of the floor.
And you just brought up their assists. They worked the ball around so well. Their offense last season revolved around their passing game. Now here's Westbrook. 17 points for him last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Just by nature of his style, Westbrook is going to draw contact, so he's got to be strong enough and focused enough to play through it. And he is and does.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Nuggets are an example of how you build a contender from the ground up. Coach Michael Malone says, I'm hoping we can be a blueprint for a lot of young teams, young coaches, and young GMs. Be patient. Let it build the right way. Bring in the right kind of people. And you never know what's going to happen. Kevin?
Well, David, you've just triggered a lot of thoughts here. But doing it that way, to me, feels the right way. And a lot of fun to watch their success. And we thank you for the report. Now, Alexander Walker. Following the miss by Michael Porter from deep.
Sharp recognition that time by Conley. Tell you what, he always makes the right play.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 6. Westbrook kicks to Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Porter. Kicks it out to Gordon. Outside Westbrook. 5 on the clock. Watson for 3. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Watson's got 8.
Boy, we know what a skilled passer Westbrook is, but you still got to appreciate that dime there. Very impressive.
Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead by 5. Denver's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Porter, no luck.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Now here's Randall. Following the miss by Michael Porter. Cans it from downtown.
And helping the team space the floor there. Randall with so much more confidence now from the outside. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen. They are shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
Gordon with a screen on Conley. Here's Westbrook. Rebound, Minnesota.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Here's Alexander Walker. Three-pointer, Randall. It's hauled in by Watson. To the middle. Here's Porter. Julius Randle with the rebound. Randall's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Pass to Garza. Launches a 3. That one doesn't go. The Nuggets trail by 9. Westbrook finds Gordon. Watson with it. Murray outside. Sweet move. Now here's Westbrook. Clock at 2. Here's Porter. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Porter's got 5 points now this quarter.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Pass to Randall. Got it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that concludes the first half. Timberwolves ahead, up by 7. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot, guys. With Mike Malone, as the second half approaches, Coach, what are you looking for?
Execution, pace, and purpose with everything that we do, and making sure that when we call a set, we know what we're trying to accomplish and get the ball to where our players can be effective.
We'll see if they can fix that in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Welcome in for halftime. And what's on tap, you ask? I can answer that. So far, it's been a nice outing for the Minnesota Timberwolves. You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is pretty unreal they pay us to do this. Did I say that out loud?
Wait, you guys get paid?
Well, yeah, we wouldn't sit here and deal with you for free.
You gotta call my agent now.
And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the Timberwolves.
Coming in, this looked like an even matchup on paper, but on the floor, mismatch. These guys are putting the wood to them.
Yeah, they seem to want it more so far, but there's still another half.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Timberwolves leading by 7. Joe Ingles is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Edwards. And it's Minot in at the 3 slot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Clark, what we appreciate, you know, for some players, success can change them, but not for Jokic. He seems like the same guy.
He certainly does, boy, and he is special. He is so much fun to watch. Seems to be even-keeled and down to earth, but his game is heaven sent for sure.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Fires from deep. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist in this one.
Murray has that spirit of, you make one on me, I'm coming back at you for mine.
Now here's Edwards. From deep. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 5. Out to the right wing. Murray dishes to Westbrook. Gordon with a screen on Edwards. Down low. It's tipped. It's stolen by Ingles. Edwards against Westbrook. And Edwards slams it in.
Edwards is a load to stop on the bounce simply because he's got a football player's build.
Westbrook against DiVincenzo. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Russell Westbrook.
He could have walked to the basket.
And here is Ingles. Gobert finds DiVincenzo. No good from 18.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
It's stolen. Westbrook against Edwards. Over Westbrook. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Pass to Gordon. The kick out to Westbrook. It's stolen by Edwards. And Edwards with a clear path to the basket. Edwards flies in to cap off the break. What hustle!
Well, that's Edwards on both ends. First the D with the steal, and he's able to finish off the break solo.
Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Inside, here's Gordon. Here's Jokic. Ingles with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 7. Here's DiVincenzo. He sinks the 11-footer. DiVincenzo's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, that's a nice play. DiVincenzo's a bankable jump shooter from just about any range.
Now, here's Watson. Defense right on him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Watson. Timberwolves leading by 7. Now DiVincenzo. 8 points for him. Pass to Ingles. And here's Edwards from the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Edwards got the lead up to 10 now for Minnesota. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Steps back. And it's Westbrook missing.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Good on the shot. Edwards got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Pass to Minot. It's Edwards on the wing. He's covered by Watson. Minot can't get it to go. The Nuggets trail by 12. Watson surveying the D. Westbrook passes to Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. Gobert with the defensive effort. Timberwolves leading by 12. It's Edwards on the wing. He's covered by Watson. Pass to DiVincenzo. Offline with his 3. Nuggets have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm.
Dynamic on the run. Westbrook flies in the open court.
Here's Ingles. Outside Edwards. To the wing right side. Here's Gobert. And it's sent back by Jokic. To the inside. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket for Murray.
Murray doing whatever it takes to find a shot. Dynamic play from Jamal.
Now, here's Ingles. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Ingles has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Murray against Edwards. Watson, the pass to Gordon. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 11. And timeout. Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. So both teams changing it up here. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that were tops in field goal percentage last season. Fourth, the Nuggets.
They had great productivity from their shooters last year. The guys they were counting on to knock down a high percentage of their shots, they did that. And they hope to see those same kinds of numbers this year.
Releases, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves. On the wing, Murray. Over Edwards, and again it's Denver.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Jamal Murray is still an elite scorer, and Clark, he has fought through so many injuries.
And it's remarkable that he's as explosive off the bounce as he is after the injuries that he's dealt with. His ability to create a shot, especially at crunch time, one of the best in the league. The pull-up jumper, the teardrop, and the three, he's got all of those.
Timberwolves leading by 11. Pass to McDaniels, the 17-footer. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. McDaniels got his first basket.
This is where McDaniels has put in a lot of work, catching and shooting with confidence.
Here's Westbrook. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Minnesota's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Here's DiVincenzo. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Over to the left wing. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut to just 11 points in the basket from Westbrook.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now, here's Westbrook. 8 points for him. And it's Westbrook again missing. Now, here's Edwards. There's a minute 34 left to play in the third. Count it. Good. Edwards got 36.
Boy, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Brown. McDaniels defending. Murray against Conley. Reed with the block.
Great denial by Reed. Boundless energy he brings.
Randall. Nice D from Porter. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. It's a 16-point game. Murray dishes to Porter. Fires the three. Minnesota with the rebound. Reeves got his 4th rebound in this one. Alexander Walker with the ball. Tries from 16. Shot is good off the back rim and in. 6 points for Mike Conley.
Finding the soft spot in the defense there. Crafty work by Conley.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Porter kicks to Murray. Pass to Strother. Porter against Randall. No good with the wing jumper. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So on the floor for Denver, sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. Charge is out there with Jokic, and it's Strother in at the point.
Using his size on the interior, Jokic extremely difficult to stop down there.
Timberwolves leading by 16. Alexander Walker passes to Randall. Pass to McDaniels for 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Here's Strother. Jokic a screen. 3-pointer. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Into the lane. Makes it off the glass. Randall's got 19 points.
Boy, he loves pounding that ball. Randall driving right through contact.
Here's Strother, covered by Conley. Jokic kicks to Porter. And over the last few years, Clark, we have seen an explosion of talent from Canada.
Tell you what, you go back to the mid-2000s, Steve Nash is winning those back-to-back MVPs. That's certainly part of it, but I really think a generation of players picked up the game, seeing guys like Steve Nash, and then the influx of great Canadian collegiate players going on to NBA success has certainly continued to keep that pipeline going.
And the first one drops.
You know, for Jokic, his consistency at the line goes back to his rookie season. He's always shot above 80% on his free throws. That's remarkable for a guy of his size.
Both shots good from the stripe.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
The Nuggets trail by 19. On the wing, Porter. McDaniels defending. Sharch in the corner. Here's Brown. Good on the triple.
And obviously a total team player. Saric is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Conley the pass to McDaniels. Now Alexander Walker. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Right side, Porter. Pass to Strother. Back to Porter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, Michael Porter Jr. is one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
And that size that he brings to that sweet stroke makes it hard to get to a shot. 6'10", shoots it with confidence, shoots it with great fluidity. And, man, is he special. And he's worked through some injury trouble early in his career. And now he's one of the more lethal front court players in the league on the perimeter.
No good on that one.
And, you know, when Porter Jr. is healthy, I mean, he's got a lot of game. This guy is versatile. He's got good size. He's a multi-dimensional talent.
Gobert, he's checked in for Minnesota. And Denver with a change here, too. Westbrook's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pass to Alexander Walker. Randall against Porter. Randall down low. Denver grabs the miss. Well, they've got some work to do to cut into this lead.
And no need to get away from the game plan, though. But plenty of time to get back in it.
Now here's Westbrook. Brown's shot is off. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Randall from outside. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Puts up a three. Conley grabs the miss. And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Gobert down low. He's against Jokic. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
Gobert so good around the rim. Had that shot back before the defense could do anything with it.
And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Pass to Jokic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
First free throw is good.
Whatever this team needs from Jokic, he seems to provide it because he works so hard. Whether it's points, passing, rebounding, improved defensively, love his determination.
No good on the second free throw. The Special K, we know the trade for Rudy Gobert took some time to click, but now it's looking like a great move.
Well, you know, figuring out how to play two bigs in this day and age with the way the game is played, pretty tricky, a slippery slope. And they stayed with it, to their credit, the Minnesota Timberwolves. And once they got it sorted out, Gobert was a force with his defense and his scoring out of the pick and roll. And I think one of the things undervalued in Gobert's improvement is the addition of Mike Conley. They've got a tremendous relationship, and I think Mike Conley's presence has been a real asset for Gobert as well.
Now here's Conley following the miss by Jokic. Alexander Walker on the wing. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 7th assist in the game. Conley against Westbrook. Regarding court layout, Clark, do you think there should be more space around the court to reduce collisions?
Yeah, part of me would say that makes a lot of sense and would be prudent. I mean, you've got to balance that with access to fans who want to be for those premium seats as close to the action as possible. But it is difficult when you see a fan collide with the players. So I think you balance it. I would like to see a little more room. Give the fans the experience and access, but maybe create a little more cushion between the playing surface and those high-priced seats.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. Jokic inside. He's defended by Randall. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Left side, Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. The kick out to Porter. Here's Brown. The Nuggets with another miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here is Conley. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Minnesota leading by 19 points. Pass to Miller. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Well, you know, that last 3 got DiVincenzo fired up now. He had to respond. He goes to the arc to shoot back with one of his own triples.
Now here's Westbrook, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. So, Greg, you played the point. In create a player, if you had to pick a different position to play, Which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
That one is off.
Hey, you can't diminish Westbrook's triple-doubles, but just as important to me are the intangibles. His passion, his tenacity, his competitive spirit and drive. I mean, that infects the whole team in a positive way.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
They're not doing themselves any favors with their free throw shooting this half.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. Pass to Miller. Ingles with the ball. Jokic defending. Back to Miller. Edwards with it. Launches it. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. It's stolen by Edwards. And there's the drive, and finished off by Edwards.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Westbrook passes to Murray. Over Edwards. And it's good off the back rim and in.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
A three for DiVincenzo. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. To the middle. Here's Gordon. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Minnesota leading by 20. And here's Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Edwards. Back when you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league.
And it's Jokic missing. Minnesota shooting about 47% here in the fourth.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Minnesota.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And asserting themselves up front here, guys. They'll be taking the front end of a 4-game season series between these two. They've got to feel good about getting the upper hand tonight against Denver.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Anthony Edwards.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Bounce pass from Westbrook. Jokic with the bucket.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Julius. Now, look, you're banging in the paint, but what do you see from your backcourt?
They do a great job of, they obviously can score the ball, but getting us into things and running the offense very well and leading the team that way.
Well, they led you to a win tonight, Julius. Thank you for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.